Hello, lost souls. My name is Nyla, and I will be your guide through the abyss. White and black magic. Let's get rid of this idea in the witchcraft community. Um, Black magic is a term coined by Christian religion way back. Um, it's a term used to demonize um, to demonize magic, not just, curses and whatnot. All magic. Um, and, and it, well, yeah, all magic. Um, it wasn't just used for a specific type of magic. It was a broad, this is all black magic, right? Um, and in today's, which, pagan witchcraft communities, there's this idea of you have white magic and you have black magic. Uh, it's just not true. Um, Magic is magic. Um, it's the intent that matters. Um, there's no good or bad magic. It's how you use it. Um, if you're using curses on people who are innocent or just annoy you, you know, you're a bad person. Uh, you're just a bad person. Doesn't mean the magic itself is bad. You're just a bad person. Black or black magic, um, what I like to call the left hand path, you know, the left handed path, can be used for self defense. It can be used in ethical ways, it can be used ethically. Um, if someone is, say, abusing you, you can send them a curse, you know, get them out of your life. But, yeah, this idea that there are two separate, types of magic. People who use black magic, they're all bad, they're all evil, they're all out to get you. This idea is just nonsense. It's childish. It's uh it's a product of Christianity and Hollywood coming together to create this false sense of uh, right and wrong. In the magical community, it's a tactic to separate us and have us fighting one another, right? But yeah, yeah, it's all fake. Uh, there is no white and black magic. It's just magic. Uh, and that brings me into another topic. Demons. Um, there is this idea in religious culture that demons are all evil. They're all out to get you. They're all, you know, they're going to uh, abuse and torture you, and they're after your kids. Demons absolutely despise abuse, especially towards children. They hate it. Um, they would like nothing more than to send people who abuse children to their watery graves. Um, Demons are not all bad. Uh, the majority of them are not bad, and the demons that we that are bad, the demons that we call bad, they're not actually demons. They're just um they're spirits. They're angry spirits. They're angry human spirits at that. So, yeah, this idea that demons, they're evil, they're gonna destroy your life. Not really true. If you respect the demons, they will respect you. If you respect their space, they'll respect your space. If you don't want them there and you ask them respectfully to leave, they'll leave. Um, unless you are trespassing on their territory, um, and that's, in spaces like, abandoned houses, abandoned buildings, if you're impeding on their territory and you're trying to force them out, of course they're going to become angry and aggressive because you're in their territory. Um, you don't belong there. You know, you're walking into an abandoned building that you don't own, that has been sitting there for who knows how long, and you're trying to force these demons out. Right? You're being disrespectful of their space. You're being disrespectful of them in particular. So of course they're going to be angry. Of course they're going to lash out. You know, any human would. If someone is invading in your house and they're not invited, you're going to get angry. You're going to defend yourself. You're going to defend your home, your space, because that person is not invited. They came in there forcefully, right? So don't go do that. Don't go looking for trouble with demons. Don't go looking for demons to cast out, and you won't have any issues with them. Um, demons are typically very respectful, um, and they are very helpful as well. Demons will show you parts of yourself that you are in denial about, that you are ignoring. They will show you parts of your life that you're in denial about, that you're ignoring. Um, so they're not all bad, but there are some demons out there who do seek power. They seek power. They seek to gain power, have power. There are demons like that, just like there are angels like that. There are angels that defied the Christian God, right? They defied the Christian God. They decided to side with Lucifer. So yeah, there are angels who are not there for your highest good. They're there because they want power, and they think that if they can control you, they can gain more power. And to some extent, that is true. But back to the topic of white and black magic. There's also, you know, a lot of uh, us versus them in the spiritual community right now, in the witchcraft and spiritual community. Um, and this is how the Christian religion wins, to have us fighting one another, to have us, constantly at each other's throat, telling each other that you know, you're bad, you're a bad person. If you do curses, you're a terrible person. And having us on the left hand path, at over here, like screaming that this love and light nonsense is, you know, all of that arguing, all the fussing and fighting is how the Christians win. Um, it's how they keep themselves being the number one religion in the world. because they have us all in the spiritual community, fighting against one another. And yeah, it really sucks. But I hope now that I've pointed it out to you, that you will see it for what it is, and we can start, uniting with one another, um, to, eradicate this idea of white and black magic, these ideas that, demons are just evil beings that are out to destroy the world. Because it's not true. In every being, in every spiritual being, there are good and bad. Well, good and bad, um, according to our morality, good and bad. I would imagine it's much different when it comes to the spiritual realm. What good and bad is, I would imagine that it doesn't even exist in that realm. I don't imagine that there is even a concept of that, because spiritual beings are just there. They just exist. They do what they do, and there's a reason for why they exist. Um, so the idea of good and bad in the spiritual realm is probably not something that even has even been coined, let alone, you know, is even thought about. So we need to remove this idea from the witchcraft community and from the spiritual community. Um, both us on the right hand, left hand path. You know, those of you who are on the the white magic train, uh, and those of us over here on the left hand path. We need to come together. We need to, unite our ideas, to become one, to not see each other as enemies, to not see each other as good, inherently good or bad. We should start seeing each other as individual people on different, going through different journeys, right? We're on different paths, but all paths lead to the same place. They lead back to source energy. They lead back to uh, back to the collective consciousness, right? There is no separation between us. It's all an illusion. We're not separate from one another, and we never were. We never were separate from one another. Um, Christianity has just created this idea that there is a separation, and it's been going on for years and years and years, decades. You know, um, Christianity has been uh, trying to kill off eh, other types of spiritual practices for as long as they've been around, and for the most part, it's worked for them because we've allowed it to work for them. We've allowed them to um, put us in a position where we are fighting each other constantly. Um, we're fighting over, what spells uh, are uh, are good, what spells are moral, what spells, are yeah, just what spells are moral. You know, what spells we should be using, what spells we shouldn't be using. If you're using this specific spell, you're a bad person. If you're using this specific curse, you're a bad person. Um, it's all one big mess, and put ourselves in this position by allowing this idea of white and black magic to exist within the witchcraft community. Um, so I really do think that we should, you know, stop using it. We should stop referring ourselves to white or black witches. We should stop using terms like the left-hand path, even though uh I kind of like that name. I kind of like it. I think it's uh pretty accurate, but we should stop using it, and we should all just call each other what we really are: witches. We're all just witches, right? And we practice witchcraft. And some of us come from paganism. Some of us come from even the Christian community. There are Christian witches out there, right? Uh, Celtic, Greek, wherever you're from, you know, um, we gotta stop fighting each other. So yeah, um, that will be all for this video. Well, that will be all for this part of the discussion in this video. I am going to do a card pull just to let's see where spirit is on this situation. Right? Let's see what spirit has to say about all of this. All right? Let's get some wisdom from spirit. Right. Wisdom and guidance for the collective's highest good, please spirit. Wisdom and guidance for the collective's highest good. All right. Mm. New moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Absolutely. If we remove these limiting ideas that keep us fighting one another, luck will absolutely be on our side. But we have to remove these ideas first. We have to come together as a community and see each other as individuals. Anyway, let's look this card up in the book. Well, I thought I had it. Apparently not. What? Weird. There must be a misprint in this book. Ah, here it is. Yeah, there must be a misprint. Whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark a restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks. But be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the wheel of fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others, or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It's it can also signal that a trip away is coming up. If that is something you're working to achieve, but the overall message of this card, yeah, it can also signal that a trip is coming up, if that is what you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. Alright, I want to go back and reread a part of this. Um, mm, Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It's time to change our minds. It's time to start looking at this white and black magic idea for what it really is. Right? Just it's just just a separation tactic. It's a ploy to keep us fighting one another. That's what it is. And it's time to call it out for what it is and to stop letting it um control our paths. It's to stop letting it control how we see each other. It's time to leave these ideas behind and come into being one, one with one another, being at peace with one another. Understanding that all of us are on our own journeys, and all of those journeys lead in the same direction. We're just, going about it a different way. And we're all going to end up in the same place in the end, right? So there's no reason for us to be fighting one another. There's no reason why we should be um keeping these separation terms around for one another. Um but yeah, that's that that will be it for today's video. Um, so if you did enjoy this video, um leave a like, um leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Um, I hope this video has earned your subscription, and yeah, I will see you guys all in the next video.